Good morning, guys. It's Carrie at Rock and G Farm. Today on the farm, I am just going to work in some flower beds today. So I just got up and I said I'm going to tackle this day because it's been raining all night, and what better time to pull weeds than when the ground is soft from the rain. So guys, join me today as we just hurry up and get these weeds pulled. Okay guys, y'all seen this area I think in a video last week, and I was showing how bad the weeds were. And I got out here one day and just went as far as I could until I just got way too hot. But let me show you this handy little gardener's tool that I got that absolutely made this, getting the weeds out of this bed, super easy. Got it at Dollar General. It was on sale, buy one get one half price or one free. I got this little claw thing right here. And let me show you this. It's called a garden soil tiller. It's on a little handle. Look at that. And I can just stick this in the ground and twist, and the roots and all the weeds come up with that. I don't have to bend down on my knees. I don't have to bend over. Game changer. Yes, of course it doesn't get all of the roots, but my cracky, it gets most of them, and I'm so excited because I can actually maintain this front garden bed now just from buying a cheap $10 weed tiller. But one thing to remember, it is a cheap one, so you don't want to do a lot of hard manual work on it, like trying to dig into the rocks or anything. Just get in, go under the ground just a little bit. Let me kind of show you and see all this grass right here. Yeah, that's my fault for throwing it on the grass and not on the ground instead of picking it up. Look at that. I just stuck it in there and you just twist. And then all the weeds just kind of start twisting around the end of the tool. And then I just pull it out. And look, I've got a whole bunch of weeds with their roots. Super easy to do. So this is what I'm going to attempt to get done today, is all of this last part of this bed here. This is part of making what I have beautiful, and right now I'm not showing any beauty in this area. So let's get started making this beautiful. Y'all remember I said that these are the tree weeds that get real hard and you can't pull them up, but since it's been raining, I was able to get them up. If it wasn't raining, I wouldn't be able to pull these out of the ground at all. But look, one little swoop and I've already got a foot cleared. Now this white here is milkweed, and I really don't like it. Milkweed gets aphids so bad, and it looks so hideous throughout the year or the season. And I think I'm going to move it. I don't like it here because it gets big and bushy and then it falls over and it looks hideous. But it is milkweed and we need it for our monarchs, but maybe put it somewhere where I don't have to look at it, because I definitely hate looking at it right here because it just irritates me so bad. But all of my milkweed has done that. Does your milkweed get aphids all the time, or is it just me? All right, so guys, I've got this area cleaned up. I still need to go over here, which will probably take me about 15 minutes maybe, depending on how deep the roots are. But over here and in front of the stairs, I'm thinking about going and getting some preen and just putting on this area until we can get out here with our vinegar and salt solution that we pull behind the lawnmower and spray this area. It was too hot, now it's been raining, so I think that might be the best thing for right now, because that will help put that preen in there and help those seeds that I just pulled up off of those grasses not to germinate. And like all these, you can see all this, all those seeds, we don't want those to germinate. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. I don't like using stuff like that, but sometimes you have to, just to get over the initial hump to get to a better place. And right now I think in order to stay beautiful like this, I'm going to have to do something out of the norm for me. Let's look over here. I do have a clematis back here behind this coleus look at all those grasshoppers on that. See, that's what is horrible for me. We get grasshoppers, but it wasn't as bad this year because my husband kept everything mowed down around the fencing on the property. But good, I've got my clematis is growing, so I think I'm going to put this on a little pot to bring it up a little bit higher so it can get some sun, because this coleus is blocking it out. I love that coleus. I got it from one of my master gardener buddies, and it has just taken off once I got that bed cleaned out a couple weeks ago. My new Japanese maple is being eaten by a grasshopper, but I'm not as upset this year because they didn't do as much damage this year as what they normally do. Well, that didn't work too well, but I'm so excited. She has already put on, look at this, probably at least a foot since I bought her early. Get off there, grasshopper. Early spring. So I'm excited about that. I'm getting this to look a little bit. I did cut all of the majority of my hydrangea blooms off because this one just gets so hot. She just is not, I don't know, liking this spot or what, but she just really browns up really bad. She always has, so I don't know. I mean, if they would stay pretty like this, I would love it, but she always browns up. I'm thinking of giving her a good fertilization today, spray her for some fungus. She looks like she might have a little bit of fungus on the leaves. Put some more soil around her roots because it looks like some of those roots have gotten exposed. So we'll see, but this is the look that we're going for today in trying to make what I have beautiful. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Now I'm gonna go take a break, come back and get this, and then we'll get the flower bed over here and in front of the house, the stairway here. Yeah, all of this. And then it looks bad, but usually if you just grab one piece, it's all kind of connected in there. So we'll get this up and out and cleaned up. This one doesn't have a lot. It has a lot of crabgrass on this area over here, and it just irritates me. Irritates me. But I'm gonna get it all out. So we'll see. We'll get it done slowly but surely. Okay, so I've got the east side done. So excited. Let me turn this around so you can see. As you can see, I've got the grass all pulled up. This over here is going to be treated with the vinegar and salt. Got all of the weeds up through here. Went ahead and pulled out the milkweed. I do have some hostas. I think I'm going to put a hosta right here and move this bike. I was going to leave this bike in here, but I think I'm just going to start planting around here instead of having that bike in there, and just put a hosta there also. So it can start covering the ground and hopefully keep some of the seeds from going everywhere. And then after I get this west bed weeded, I think I will go to town and get some preen to put on this, because I don't want to do all this hard work and then end up needing to do it again in a week. Now, this part over here is not going to be too hard. Pull it up real quick. Now, this part over here is going to be a little tricky because I have creeping Jenny and some, what is it? Bee balm in here. So, pulling up the weeds and the crabgrass is going to be difficult. So I might accidentally lose some of my creeping Jenny, but that'll be okay. As long as I can get the weeds out of here and start maintaining it better, we'll do that. I still have a lime or lemon tree pot, and then of course our Leland cypress trees we're gonna have to get out. Look, they're putting on some growth since they've been here, so I'm excited about that. And I've got a grasshopper on my maple. Get off. Okay, so let me get started. I'm gonna run in and grab a drink real quick. We'll come out and get started on this bed, which I don't think is gonna take quite as long as it did for the first bed. Now, remember I told you that I had a clematis up there that I was going to raise up a little bit. I've got a cinder block, and I'm gonna put underneath that clematis to raise it up just a tad so that it can get some more sun and start growing, because my hope is that the clematis will climb up the edges of the house and put some beautiful blooms up there. And that kind of also helps that I broke some of that off, that is a little bit more light. But that's okay. Coleus grew back super fast, so that'll be fine, and it gets some more sun. We have our irrigation up there. I do need to pull it down first. Cross our fingers that helps that clematis start growing and getting some sun and getting this area ready for the fall and next year's plantings. Alright, let's get some of this out. Like I said, I don't think this is going to take very long because it's just really tall grass. I do have a ton of frogs in this area. and I like that because it helps the ecosystem, and I think it's just beautiful when I come out here and I can see some frogs in the garden. I'm glad I've got it open now because we do have a lot of snakes. I haven't seen a lot this year, but usually I'm seeing a lot. And if you saw the post last year that I had, this tree that's by my elbow, I had a snake sitting in it one morning. Just enjoying it. Start that way now, and I'll see you back in a minute. Well, this is what I got out of this bed here. Let me show you over here. It's looking pretty good. I still have some vinca over there that I need to get out, but all of the, like I told you, it wasn't going to take very long because the ground is shaded and it's got a lot of these bigger bushes that is keeping the seeds from going here. However, the crabgrass over here is going to be an ongoing weeding issue. We had a lot of rain yesterday, and so there's some water puddling, but also I accidentally left my irrigation on from 8 to 11 on Sunday, and so I'm sure that that probably has something to do with it. But I think since this area obviously holds water, I think what I'm going to do is put one of those hostas in here. I know that I get a lot of sun from this way because this is west facing, but I'm hoping with the clematis and the maple and the potato vines, it'll give me some shade for this area. Still need to do a little bit something because I know I need to shade, put my maple more in shade because she looks great in the spring. She'll be a beautiful burgundy color, but over here she is just not burgundy. So I don't know if I should pull her up, put her somewhere else, or just try to let her be there. I don't know, we'll see. I also pulled her up with a little bit of string. I'm gonna go pad that a little bit so it won't pull into the bark, but she was leaning out and over the bed a little too much, so I'm wanting to bring her back up. And that's just the string that I found for right now, and there's a wasp. I've got some hornets flying around me and red wasp. So anyway, I will put some padding on that string so it will not hurt that, but I think I'm going to put a hosta right there because they do like water. We'll see if it gets too much sunlight. You can always pull it up. As you can see, there's also a lot of rock because this was also part of our parking area before we put our porch on. So there's a lot of rock and just parking stuff that goes with making a parking area. So this it doesn't have a great soil on the side, but stuff does grow. So let me get started on that hosta, and then I'm gonna go take a break, get something to drink, and then come out and start weeding on another bed. Okay guys, I'm a little hot. I think I've got dirt everywhere in my eyes, all over. So guys, thanks for joining me today as I weeded this front flower bed. Hopefully, cross my fingers that I can stay on top of it. I'm gonna stop trying to bite off too much and just start focusing on a couple of areas. Got a bug in my hair. But guys, thanks for joining me today here on Rockin' G Farm. And if you've not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. It is for free. And hit that notification bell right there beside the subscription button, and you'll be notified each time that I upload a new video. Thanks for joining me, and make what you have beautiful.